Yeah, you're the man, Maria.
Like half a nipple hanging out.
This is where the story takes
Get ready
a
at home,
turn.
folks.
I denied it for 3 hours,
I need to die.
and they all believed me too.
Welcome to the Picky Boys podcast. We have some new people today. Who do we have? Who are you?
I'm Vincenzo Sinercia. I guess I'm a director and YouTuber.
Oh,
Danny, that dude does nothing.
who do we got?
I'm Mario, and I go to school for business, and I'm also starting a production company with my partner, Cenzo.
Oh,
Yeah, Destino,
wow.
baby.
Look at this.
Destino Productions.
I'm Antonio. Let's get into it.
I'm excited. First podcast
First podcast ever?
ever.
First time on?
Yes.
first time
Spoken to a mic my whole life.
Yeah.
But never been.
Well, at least
Never
you,
recorded it or
least you
listened
know.
to
I
it.
hate getting on a mic.
Yeah.
So it's
Really?
special for you guys.
Yeah.
At least you. Oh,
Mario
Special
was the
treatment.
shy one.
really?
He used to be.
I
He
never
used to be.
thought. Well, so once I get comfortable with people, I'm good. So
Yeah.
like,
What?
you guys
So
cool.
what? You
He's
just
like a flower. You gotta water him a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
like some shy
Open right up for you.
Yeah.
shy DJs. Never heard of that one.
Yeah.
You can't have a shy
Well,
MC, man.
that's why I'm behind the booth.
Yeah.
To the mic.
Now we don't have a booth anymore.
Why?
Well, my boss is like really neat with like the wires and everything. So he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy this German, like it's literally imported from Germany. This crazy like stand, pretty much that holds the DJ deck, and it's so neat that you could like hide the wires in it and everything.
Oh,
You
so
don't need a booth.
It looks a little professional now. A
It's
little more
like
professional.
it's very more open and like you could be interactive with the crowd. So that's why he likes it because like we're very interactive with like our
It is
guests.
cool.
So like if there's a booth, like you kind of there's a wall between like us and the guests. So like without having the booth and just the deck standing right there, people are more likely to like come up and like interact and like ask for songs. Or
you like
just
when they
to-
interact?
I mean, it's good. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, totally.
it definitely
Different
like
parties.
makes it easier because we know like okay, this person likes like is this way. Like we could just judge their personality and like we could see like who's tapping their foot to what song. Like
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
all the little movements.
All
But
You
little
just don't have
things.
to guess everything. and just
Yeah,
hope
it's
for
not
the
just,
best.
like,
You know
thrown
it's
up in the
the
air.
So you've never just had like you had the crowd going like 100%, and then one person comes over like play like
Oh.
insert song that we're not
Oh,
playing.
Yeah.
You know how many times like we'll be playing like a banger song. Everybody, there's not one person sitting down, and some girl will come up and be like, "Can you play like Taylor Swift?"
Yeah,
and I'm like,
1,000 miles.
"Yeah." I'm like, I mean, yeah, but like, do I want to?
But no.
Like,
But do you play it, or sometimes it's just
honestly, like
I'll let them come back and ask the fifth time. Maybe I'll do it then.
sometimes like
Not even,
we'll just say like sometimes we'll be like oh yeah maybe later, or like maybe later, not right now, and we'll explain why. But like sometimes they just
Yeah,
don't
they
get
don't
it.
listen. Like
They
I try
just
to tell them,
don't
like,
get
listen,
it.
like I'm at this BPM. This song is half of that. I can't just put it on.
Yeah, like this
or
song
it's
is
gonna
this
be
speed.
weird. And they
This
just-
song
they
is
just- they
this
just look
speed.
at
I
you
can't
like,
mix them. Like you know,
with this face, and they're just like,
I don't get it. Like, why can't you just
and
play
then
it?
you get
Just-
annoyed and you just ignore them.
Just play Old Town
Road
Road
Yeah.
for the 8th time tonight. Now
Yeah.
Or
Just
like
play
it's
Sicko Mode, Old Town Road, and Mo Bamba over and over again.
that's
Yeah.
it. I just need those
Or
three
like-
songs.
yeah,
There's people who just they give you like a whole playlist for like the whole entire night. Like,
yeah,
why'd you hire a DJ? Just plug your iPod in.
yeah. Like 150 songs. I mean, like that's okay because like we like for our customers to like customize. Like it is your party, so like you should pick the music. But like 150 songs, like we're never gonna play all of those.
Yeah,
like, you
sure.
have to mix it up. No one, not everyone's gonna like that. But the best is like when people come and ask for like a crazy song that like we know would definitely kill the dance floor, and like my boss would just be like, oh, like if they're annoying with it, like you know they ask like 6 times, like he'll be like, okay, he'll literally just like lower the music like halfway and be like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is a special request from Maria right here.
Oh, you blame it on her
Boom.
for ruining the
Play
whole
it,
time.
and then everyone stops and they're like,
Boom,
Maria, like what are you
Maria,
doing?
you bitch.
Leave. Get out.
And that's the best because it sucks that they stop dancing, but then as a DJ, you're gonna hit after that song. You're gonna play a hit song, and everyone's
And then
gonna
everyone's
see
gonna be
you,
like,
and they're
yeah,
gonna
you're the man.
You're
Fuck
good.
Maria.
Maria, get out of here. You're not the DJ.
It's her party too. She's crying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but
Fucking-
it's so funny.
What's like, you guys did a lot of parties. I've seen it. There has to be one moment where it's like, oh shit, like something bad happened, or just like something
my
went
God.
wrong, very poor, like something very.
We're pretty good for the most part. but
Honestly,
there's ones.
No, I don't believe like it could have been your fault. It might not have been. I just did something like
There was a couple times where like we set up like these white box stages in front of our stuff. Sometimes like it depends on the venue, but like we have to put it in like a weird spot, like in the middle of the dance floor. And some people just walk into the room, they don't know like it's there, and like there's been times where like people will just biff it and like eat it on the stage.
The other day at Community House, the bar in Rockaway, someone
Oh,
dropped
yeah.
the speaker, so we put the speakers like on top of the booth. There's like a place to put it.
Like a restaurant booth.
and there's
you
like
know?
no way. Like this speaker is like 75 pounds. There's no way it should move. It's on rubber
It has rubber
grips,
grips, like
and it fell off. And if it hit someone, we didn't see if it fell, but like where it fell,
we're just standing
So
by the DJ
bad.
booth. We all hear is boom, 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 boom. We
Yeah.
look, and it's
then-
just like
and
on
then my
the
boss
bench.
Is there. They're his speakers, so
Yeah,
they're not
so-
ours. They're expensive as hell. And
Yeah.
he's just like, "Oh, go deal with this." I'm like, "Oh my god, that's probably the worst."
Someone had to like legit shove them. You know what I mean?
Football tackle them off the table.
Yeah, there's no way
Yeah.
they would just like slide off. They were literally on rubber
But the
grips
worst
and they're
thing is
heavy.
like lateness. That's like the worst part. Showing up late. Like there's been times where we show up and we have to set up in like 20 minutes.
Oh
and
my
we're just,
God, yeah, like-
And then we're in our suits. We're not in our suits yet. We're sweating and then we have to
Superman
change
change in the
into our suits.
bathroom real fast.
Yeah.
Literally.
You need a phone booth.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
But there's been some crazy stuff like sorority parties. Like, you can only imagine like what happens. Like everyone just comes and they're just blasted.
yeah.
There's been girls where
Yeah.
like they can't walk in their heels. They just like flop over each other.
And like half a nipple hanging out.
Yeah, like it's just like so.
Basically.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But like,
Sounds fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda
I was
good.
I was at a bar last night that was playing really really awful music.
Yeah,
they were just
it
like
happens.
it sounded like a playlist. It was just like a song and then it ended and then like a little bit of a mix and then another
Yeah.
song till
Another song.
completion.
Very often.
Yeah, they use Spotify like
Yeah, it's,
to
But
mix it.
they had a bunch of
it was
cues.
upsetting.
Yeah.
Well, usually you were at a college bar, right?
Yeah.
Usually they just have one of the kid bartenders just like, I'll just use my phone.
Yeah, I hate college bars though, because like
Yeah.
I feel like unlike like I don't know, I feel like everybody comes with the group that they want to come with and doesn't interact with anybody else.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
they're very
little tiny
cliquey.
pockets, whereas like a regular bar, like you'd be like if if you're dancing, like somebody would be like, oh look at you over there,
then you
like
two
what's
start
up,
dancing
and then
together
we
for a
start
little bit.
dancing together, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But
But if you find
that's not how
yourself
it is.
in the wrong circle in a college bar, you're just like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're in the
It's
wrong
just-
circle.
this
There's
is not
like
me. Pete.
weird like
very
feuds that people that I don't know about. You know,
Yeah.
some people hate other people.
You bump into, you just slightly graze a guy and he just
Acc-
crushes his cup. He's-
Accidentally go into the bathroom and cut the line and have some kid
That's
basically assault you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
you
Yeah,
hate you hate lying. Why that happened to you?
You don't
Long
even
story.
want to know.
That's a at the diner story.
At the
That's
dinosaur.
at the
Got
diner
it. It's after
story.
the podcast story.
Yeah.
Maybe when I graduate school, then I can tell it.
Yeah.
You hate line cutters.
I hate line cutters, but now every time I'm on a bathroom line, it's like a million goddamn jewels are in my face.
Oh my
There's-
God.
Getting
it's-
smoke
it's-
smoke
it's
clouded.
ridiculous.
It's like magician, like Jewel, and then they just cut you.
It's like why even have an outside smoking area anymore? Nobody listens anyway.
Yeah, everyone's just inside
Everybody
with
just
that.
jewels inside.
Well, it's, how you gonna?
Yeah.
What are you gonna? Girls just put their jewel in there, freaking, and then they.
Well, it's not even that bad. When we went to Tampa a couple times, you go in the bars and clubs there, cigarettes, weed, whatever you want, you're smoking in the open.
Yeah,
Anything.
and-
In the
yeah.
bathroom, in your face, doesn't matter. There's like
Yeah,
inside.
like,
indoors,
that was an
not
experience,
outdoors.
Tampa.
People
Just
just do what they want.
they don't care. New York, there's at least like rules. You know, people don't break them.
Yeah.
Tampa,
start
they're
smoking
just like
weed in a bar in New York. It's like
Yeah, you'll get-
security. You're gonna get
Tampa,
kicked
dude.
out
I
and
know somebody who
tossed
lives in
out.
Tampa. He calls it dirty tea.
it is the dirty tea. I've heard that a lot actually. It is the
Dirty
dirty
tea.
tea.
Dirty tea.
Yeah.
That sounds gross.
Yeah.
It is. It's Florida.
Yeah, you see a lot of things in there.
Yeah. just
Yeah.
Dirty tea.
The Kennedy, name a few
What,
Those are like bars and
there?
clubs, yeah.
was the big
By
bar.
University
Why are
of
you guys
Tampa.
into just?
My boy Mikey Casantino goes to UT.
Oh, you guys visited.
And we just visited once.
Oh, so it's college Tampa bars.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, these are the places to be like on like Wednesday where no one else is. Like everyone's at this place.
Oh.
But
It's crazy.
it's crazy. Like we were speaking to the DJs, like, yo, like when we come down here, like let's DJ. Like we're always trying to like
Yeah, it's so
plug,
much fun.
you
And
know.
what's the greatest thing is it's so much cheaper than New York. So like we went there thinking, all right, we're gonna go spend the same money.
Yeah.
We brought like money out like allowance for that night, and we'd go there and be like, we'd spend half the money and still have like the greatest night of our life.
Yeah, like
Insane.
like our money value in New York, like you guys would go down there and just ball, like, and it's all college kids, so they're all broke, they're all staying in like the dorm, they're all holding $1 bill out like for a tip.
So if you have like,
So if you have like
a 10 or a
If
5,
you have a 5, they're gonna come to you first. Like that's bartender like 101.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's what all we did. Like
and at an open bar, it costs $20 to get in. You're good.
yeah,
That's
$20
it.
to get in.
$20 to
You could go in there. We went to what was the Kennedy. Walked in, they were like, "Oh, bottles of champagne for $20." I was like, $20. I was like, "Let's get 4. Let's each have one."
Let's get 4.
Let's each have
Let's
one.
get 6. No, that was
And then
like
$20 open bar. Wow.
at a,
Yeah, like
a bottle
come
of
on, that's so
champagne is
cheap compared to New
easily
York.
4 drinks. So $5
Yeah,
a drink,
you could-
can't
yeah,
complain.
that's
It's like
probably
it's,
4
it's
drinks.
great.
at,
In New York, it's like double that.
And
So.
champagne tastes great, so you're hanging out on that all night.
you know, you're right, because whenever we find a deal like at I think it was OSP one night, there was like $3 beers for 4 more minutes when we got there.
I'll take 5.
No, we were
I'll
like
take
it was
all you have
it was
left.
like I think it was me, Robert, and Brian, and we just went. How much? Shit. Then he said $3, and I was like, for how long? And he said like 4 minutes. We were like, we'll take 12.
Yeah, we'll take 12.
We'll take 12. And he was like, excuse me. I was like, well, $3 beers, right?
Bring out the
It's
bucket,
like,
baby.
We'll take 12.
Yeah,
And we just had too many beers. We couldn't finish them all. And
it's the best though. You gotta have more.
So it is.
speaking of colleges, Danny had a fun time at college this
Well,
week,
I know that.
Oh yeah.
this weekend.
So you don't have to go to college to really experience the best parts about it.
Yeah, you really don't. You gotta have a boy who goes.
But yeah, I was up in senior week at a college, and I went up. Have a friend up there, and how do you even start? How do you even start the
I'm
story?
sorry.
How do you even start the story?
Just what
I'm
happened?
just ready. I'm all
So
ears. I'm-
okay,
I'm
Just
gonna-
go through what happened.
So I was at this party determined not to break my keto diet. So basically low carb. So I was determined. It's one of the only diets that you can drink on, which is precisely why I chose it. And you can basically have no carbs. So I can't drink beer, which was pretty fine. Like I was like going out, handling my own, like at the bars. It was pretty cool. But then when we got back to the place and you're doing beer games and things like that, it gets really difficult because you're like, you can play with water, but like.
You're a
I'm not
bitch.
gonna be that guy.
Yeah, you're a bitch.
And so
What'd you do?
And so I was just playing with like a splash, which
vodka.
was not a splash.
2 shots
It was
of
just
vodka.
it was just a shot of vodka and a little bit of Coke, like as whether it be flip cup or whatever. And it was all over. We played an absolutely devastating game that no one should ever play ever called Blackout.
Oh,
And you,
what's the outcome of that?
well, it's the outcome is blackout when you're playing with beer. And now I'm playing with vodka. Oh my god! And basically, it's like you play a round of flip cup, and if you win, then you can shoot a beer pong. It doesn't matter. You can look it up at home. But it's an absolutely devastating game, and I must have just. I pounded down a whole entire handle of Popov.
No. So I guess you lost.
I lost.
Yeah, you
Did you
lost.
eat before?
No, and so
Okay.
and so I
Yeah.
and so after all that, I did order food and broke the keto diet, so it was all for nothing anyway.
So you should have just had the beers, man.
So I was feasting. Still, everybody was like, "Yeah, Danny, cool guy." Then I went to bed. Then I fell asleep on the couch.
Knocked out, or you went to bed?
I know. I just was on the couch playing Smash or something, and we fell asleep. And then,
Oh, God.
then this is where the story takes
Get ready
a
at home,
turn.
folks.
So while I was sleeping, I shit myself. Gonna lead with that.
Okay.
Don't hold back any
Care to
punches.
explain?
Gonna lead with that.
Fuck, I'm crying.
I don't know why. It just happened.
I think I know why.
No food. And
Well, not only that,
alcohol.
no, think about it. You drank till you passed out, and you broke your keto diet, which you're not used to eating, so your stomach was all fucked. And then you were sleeping, so you couldn't control your bowels.
Yeah, you had all the alcohol.
It
and then,
was-
like, you broke the
You're
keto
blacked
diet.
out.
Yeah,
so-
and then once everybody in the room realized I shit first it was a big conspiracy. Like, first of all, why does it smell like shit in this room? And then
liquidy?
I was
Can I-
still.
can I get
was-
specific?
Not yet. I was still asleep, and so they were like, "I think Danny shit himself," like, because it sounds like shit in that vicinity. And so they sent my friends to go check on me. And it was like, and nobody could really nobody knew whether
No one
I
was
shit
going to
myself
change
or
your
not.
diaper like a baby,
And
so you
then
couldn't
and then they assumed I was out for the count. No. I bounced back real quick. And so I got up and I was like, and everybody was like, "I think you shit yourself." And I was like, "Shit myself? What are you talking about?
I'm ready to go.
I was
Put me
totally-
another shot.
And I wasn't lying. I was like a dementia patient. I was fully convinced that I had not shit myself, regardless of the fact that I was wearing shit-filled pants.
Okay.
And so I would, and
gotta
so
slow
like
this down.
everybody was like talking to me, and I was like, "No, I didn't shit myself. This is an assassination of character."
so how many people went, dude? I think you shit yourself.
People left. I think everybody
smell?
really in their heart of hearts believed I did shit myself. but to my knowledge, everybody was like. Everybody thought that I hadn't, which I don't know. That's just worse. If
Were you wearing, like, light
if I'm a
pants?
guy that just smells so bad that you think that you shit yourself, like that's a worse thing to believe
So
about
you're
me.
in jeans, right?
Yeah, so I was in jeans, and then about 3 hours,
denim.
3 hours. So we were outside, so it didn't really matter. And I just like continued to live like I usually did, played more games,
And you, at this point,
did
you,
more things.
at this point, you
okay.
still don't believe that you.
Still don't believe I shit myself.
one
And
could
everybody
convince-
keeps saying like, "Man, Danny, I think you shit yourself."
Danny, you should
still."
just go to the bathroom and go check.
And then like there was even a point where I forgot, and then
I would just pull down my pants.
and
so I
then
could,
and
like,
then, and
what?
then and then JT was like, "I can't believe that you've been saying you haven't shit yourself," and I would just totally forgot, and I'd be like, "Wait, who shit themselves?" Like just totally out on a different planet.
You're a
Like I was
monster.
totally not here. And then I went to the bathroom like just to go pee, and I was like, "Oh shit, I did shit myself."
Oh my god.
What,
And
you-
then
It's like
you
dropped
Monsters
the
Inc.
pa- yeah,
when the sock goes on the guy.
Yeah, it's
Send
like
him-
Code- Code's 274.
And then from there, it was like, okay, how do I leave this bathroom?
How do I deal with this?
Because now that I know that I shit myself, it's
You have
much
to
more
explain to
much more
everybody.
self-conscious about it. And so I was like freaking out. And I basically just like skirted away into the backyard and just sat there for a while, and I ordered an Uber. And I thought nobody saw me do this, and totally lie. Everybody was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Oh, like,
I
see
don't
you
know.
later."
Pull the dip.
They thought I ordered an Uber all the way back to Queens, but that's not true.
The nearest laundromat.
I ordered it to a different house, but that was my friend's house, which I was locked out of. And so now I'm just like
Outside
your friend's house
shit
with
your
shit my
pants.
pants. Nothing to do. I have my car, and I know that I have pants in my car.
How's the phone battery looking at this point?
yeah.
It's pretty good.
All right.
But
Okay.
but
That's
but I
important.
know
prepared.
I know I have pants in my car. So basically, I just kind of well first I was trying to assess situation, so I just got naked in the street just right away.
Like how bad
First.
is this shit
Yeah,
stain?
just like
that's
well,
what you gotta do.
it was really dark, so I don't think anybody saw me, but I was just like, I gotta assess the situation.
So you had your
So
your-
pantsless in the
Your
street.
member
Did
flopping
you
out.
open?
pants
Did
in the
you,
street.
you open a car door and like stand in between?
No, I was
just
just
didn't
I was
care.
just the trunk. This was just from the back of the trunk. Like
Okay.
I could have the cops could
At
have
this
came at any
point, like
time.
who
Well, if
doesn't get any more
I think if you
embarrassing.
explained it to the cops, they probably went, "Oh, this poor guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so
and
He
then
did the right
so
thing.
you
He
couldn't just
Ubered
so when you're in the
to his
bathroom,
car.
it was so bad that you couldn't just get rid of the underwear, like it went through.
no, it's not. And also
You wore the
there's-
underwear
Okay,
in the
I-
Uber.
He's
Oh yeah,
in
how
his
was the
socks.
Uber ride?
Yeah, what about the
Wait,
Uber
how?
ride?
I tried to not talk as much hard as
Do you
possible.
think he smelled it?
Absolutely
Oh, okay.
impossible.
All right, because we skipped that part.
Your Uber rating probably went
Yeah,
down.
fuck. I didn't think about that. No, I don't know. I don't know how to that underwear. A lot of people ask me that underwear question, and even I don't. I don't know when the last time you shit yourself.
A while
but-
ago, buddy.
But it's not as much of like it's not like the fact that you have shit in your pants. It's more of a moral thing, like
Morale.
a morale thing, and it's like you're just a broken man. Like I've
All pride is
reevaluated
lost.
I reevaluated my life and my life choices so many times over the weekend, just in that bathroom.
Yeah, there would be a lot.
And then the next day, like I was just broken, and they were like, "Oh, let's go to a bar crawl," and I was like, "I'm supposed to show my face again here."
I think I need to see a psychiatrist.
And so, but I pulled through, and I went to Marshalls and just bought I bought everything new. Like even like
Even my shirts.
there wasn't shit on like my shirt, or I bought shoes. Like I bought everything new
Socks.
because I just wanted to be a different person than the person.
I didn't want to be
Change
that
my-
Danny.
I didn't want to be that Danny, so I just bought everything new, changed my image, and I came back, and it was a great night.
That was
Gets a haircut.
The next
Yeah.
night was a great night.
No, I didn't get a haircut,
Oh,
It was great.
dude. That's I
That's a great
I just need to
story.
tell them that this one text from JT that I love.
oh God, please.
And it's just and I texted JT. I was like, JT, honestly, how bad was it?
Yeah.
And he goes, a lot of people smelt it in the vicinity, but a lot of people also had to leave the party because it smelled so bad.
That's awesome.
People, the people left is
You're a
really
legend.
the people left is really what got me. I love it.
Yeah.
I love every part of that, and I think thank you for sharing.
But you know what? You're a legend. You kept
That's
partying.
not what I want to be a legend for.
No, you would have. They would have looked at you worse if you would have done that and then been
ran
like,
away.
I'm going home,
Yeah,
guys. Like
you came
no.
back
You
stronger.
came back and you were like, I'm gonna do this.
I think I
persevered.
just looked like fucking delusional.
Probably looked a little crazy,
A little bit, but like you know what? It's worth it.
but remember, at the end of the day,
Legendary status.
not all heroes wear capes.
Yes,
That's true.
They wear.
every time I go
feces in
there.
their
Yeah, they
pants.
wear shit covered underwear.
Every time I go there, something ridiculous happens.
I don't know. I think this takes the cake, buddy.
Yeah, definitely takes the cake.
ridiculous or just
like-
legendary.
I mean, I guess
It depends.
It depends.
Depends on who looks
Depends
at
who's
it.
reading the storybook.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Did you do well after
Yeah.
coming back. And
You had a good
playing.
night after.
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody, if there's a place to shit yourself, it's there.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
I'm just glad you embraced it.
everybody was just kind of like, huh, that's pretty funny. What, and that's it. They
That's
all
something
just
that
kinda,
happens in a movie.
There was a few people that were upset, and
A few people had to leave,
yeah.
but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to write a
that's-
script about
that's-
this, guys.
That's how you do it, man.
We'll do a skit.
We'll do a skit.
It's a good point. On a more serious note, you guys made a short film, right?
2 short films.
Two
yes.
short films, but one of them won an award or something.
Both of them. won.
Both of them won an award.
Yeah.
Wow.
God, my research is not good. So how did?
So, I was a freshman at NYT. My professor comes up to me. He's like, hey, you should make a film for the film festival. It's due in 2 weeks. I was like,
Oh, that's easy.
well,
No problem. with
okay,
that.
like what? Like, how am I supposed to do that?
Yeah.
He was like, listen, I know it's short notice, but like, just whip something. It doesn't have to be the minute. Like, it has to be like at least as at most 5 minutes. It could be 30 seconds though. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not gonna submit a 30-second film. Like, let's make something. So, when me and Mario are out, like, we'll think of crazy things, and I'll write notes of like something that I think could be funny. So I looked at my notes and I saw Jesus goes shopping for bread. Like, that was an idea that we came up with, and I was just like, Jesus going shopping for bread, like that would be kind of funny. Like just people would laugh at that.
That's pretty funny.
And then we kind of like met up one day and just like talked about that, and then created a story about a college kid who gets drunk, similar to his situation. Maybe I don't know, but he ends up naked in Central Park, like in the rock, like under a rock, like naked, with like a cloth around him. And then he wakes up and he's like, what's going on? He has no idea. But like the audience doesn't know this. Like they just see this kid wake up naked and they're like, well, okay, I'm interested. What's
Yeah,
going on?
What's going on here?
And long story short, like he winds up finding out like he got drunk last night. He meets this homeless person who like convinces him he's Jesus Christ. It's just like a lot happens in the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And we literally wrote that, shot that, and edited it in less than like a week and a half. And like we're like showing people. And,
No,
like,
I acted as Jesus.
and he was Jesus.
And I was also sick as hell. I had like a 101
Yeah.
fever the whole
Oh,
entire time.
you acted in it?
he was
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
actually, he was like,
You
he was
act in
like,
it?
No, I just filmed the whole
like,
thing.
I need you to be Jesus. You got a Jesus body. I was
Oh,
like,
actually, I did act in
You
it
have
at
a
the end.
Jesus
body.
body.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he does have a Jesus
I was
body. Like, he
I was
takes his
oh,
shirt off and
real-
he has the
real
cross on,
flattering,
like-
real
Oh, we got to
flattering.
see that later. Too.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'll model for you guys. You get a
Yeah, you get a
print
sneak
it out.
peek.
I'll
It's part of
sign
our
it.
calendar. We're Pitbull's calendar coming up.
But then this year, for this film festival, we were like, we're starting early. We're going to give ourselves like 8 months.
8 months.
Like a long time, and we're going to bang it out. Like, we're going to invest. We're going to get people. And we're gonna do the best thing that we possibly can do with the knowledge that we've learned already. And this is like my sophomore year, so I'm still learning stuff. Like we were writing the script, and I was learning things, and I was adding it. You know, it was like that. But yeah, we started filming, and the problems just poured on.
originally, it's called Hustle, the film, but originally it was called Baby Uber Driver. That was our idea. It
Baby
was-
Uber
Baby
Driver.
Uber Driver.
That
supposed to
is
be-
that is 2 different films. If I heard
Well,
that.
My friend Mike showed me Baby Driver. And
Oh,
I'm not really a big, like, I like making movies, but I'm not really a big movie guy. Like, I won't go to the movies for fun. Like, that's just not me. I don't know why. I probably should, but I don't.
That's an interesting
Yeah, I don't know.
combination.
Yeah.
But he was like, you gotta watch it, you gotta watch it. He kept saying it. He was like, we'll make a day out of it. Come over, we'll watch Baby Driver. I watched it, and I was blown away.
It's a pretty good movie.
I
I
was
like
like,
that movie a
this,
lot.
You like that
this
movie?
is
Very good movie.
insane. I was like, we have to do something like this. And I was like, Mike, you gotta be Baby.
Baby.
Like, you know, like, we're gonna make
And he
him.
looks like Ansel a little bit, like the
Yeah.
same
Ansel
face,
Elgort.
Ansel
skin,
Elgort, right.
not as tall as him. But
Yeah, but so that was the original plan. Like, we wrote a script, and we were like, Mike, you're the main character. We're gonna use like a Subaru, exactly like the movie, and you're gonna be a cab driver. You're gonna take these girls on a crazy adventure. And we wrote the script, and we were like, all right, let's do it. And we started. Like I found this guy on Instagram, Red Hood STI, and he was like with it to let us use his car, and we filmed a whole scene. And then his car, like, he, like, launched it, and he, like, blew a gasket or something, like, it was leaking oil.
well, what happened was we told him we're like,
Oh.
don't be rough with the car. We don't want to like have any problems or have to like have you
Sue
mad at
us.
for coming with this. And then he's there and he's like showing off, and what happens? The car breaks. It's
Yeah.
hot as hell out. So
Yeah.
you're doing certain things to your car.
But-
and he got really upset. Kind of just went.
Yeah,
he
long
went
story
wild.
short, like, ruined wherever we shot, we couldn't use anymore because, like, now we
You
can't rely on them.
continue with that, right?
Yeah, so that's one car. There's 4. We'll get to them. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, so the second car, one of the actors, Crystal, was like, hey, I could rent cars really cheap. Like, let's just use the car I'm renting currently. And I was like, oh, great idea. Like, I'll just give you the money for it. It was a red series, 3 Series BMW, red.
Yeah.
Nice interior. It was a good car.
And it was unique because it had California plates on it.
Yeah.
So, like, it stood out.
Oh, yeah.
So we filmed another scene with that. Long story short, couldn't use it because the guy decided to move to California and take his car with him. So, like, we just kept getting screwed. And then I was like, all right, like, I got to rely on someone I'm really close with that I could trust. So then we were going to use my friend Anthony's car. Just a bunch of misunderstandings and, like, it just timing, and he couldn't. So we were just like, you know what? Let's just make it simple and use Mario's car because he's like a part of it. Let's just use Mario's
let's forget
car.
the Subaru idea.
Yeah, let's
But
just.
the reason we don't want to use the car is because it's a black
Newer.
car and it's newer too, and it's also all shot at night. So like I feel like
Black,
I can't see as
nighttime.
much. Yeah. Fair enough.
But it
We
worked
wound up
out
using
fine.
2 black cars, but we had to do what we had to do. We don't have any budget, so like it worked. And yeah, we long story short wind up making a 10-minute film that we planned to make 5 minutes. So it was too long for the film
Well,
festival.
not even. It's gonna be
for
more than
NYT.
10 minutes. Like we put it all together, where like without even like a lot of B-roll missing and like without fixing
Yeah.
the shots, it was at like almost 11 minutes, wasn't it? Like 10 and change.
It was like, yeah, like with the
Or
B-roll,
9 and change.
it was like 9 and change, but like it would be like we could make it easily like a 15-minute film.
That happens a lot. Like even when we used to make our own little movies or just real movies, like you'd be surprised how much film time you actually do get.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, this will be like really quick, but it winds up being.
Yeah.
It's like one of
like,
our films
in
we had
the
like
moment, you
24
just
hours
go.
of footage, and it was like
Yeah, no, I definitely when I filmed my YouTube my first YouTube video, I was like, all right, I'm gonna film like all this like just talking, like I'm it should just be like a few minutes long. It ended up being like 14 minutes long.
yeah, it's just surprised how
In
how
the
camera
moment, like
yeah,
things just come up.
how the camera translates the
problem
time.
with that was NYT only allows 6 minutes for the film.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my voice cracked.
So how'd you solve the problem?
we basically like so the whole intro scene until he gets into his house is non-essential to the plot. It's
Yeah.
kind of just like background,
So you
but
just-
like just to like get people interested.
It kind of like gives you more of like who the main character is. Like in movies, like you get a gist of who the guy is before the crazy stuff happens.
Yeah.
So we kind of just threw it in. Like, okay, here's the main character, crazy stuff.
Yeah, threw him
You
into
know
the
what I mean?
fire. Yeah, I get it.
Just because we had to cut it down for 5 minutes, but
But the plan is to fix that, get it real nice, and then put it into like the 15-minute film festival.
Yeah,
because why not?
we're not
Why-
done
why
yet.
do
We want
5
more
minute
film
when we can do
festivals.
15? So
yeah.
And that one and hustle. But how'd you change it to hustle?
So we were like, all right, like he's a college student, he's trying to save money, but like why is he trying to save money? Like when you like the whole reason like behind a story is there's always a character who like wants something and there's got to be a reason like why. Like if there's not that, like the story won't be interesting. So we thought like what's the reason why he's doing this? Like why would this random kid just be a Chinese food delivery driver and an Uber driver? Like okay, like he's going to save money to buy a new car.
All right, yeah.
Easy enough, right?
Makes sense.
So we made it obvious, like we filmed certain things to make it obvious, like he's trying to save money for the car. In the longer film, like you get that more because like his friends are involved, his girlfriend's involved, and like the car is a big part of it.
writing it was very hard.
Yeah.
We bounced around the script.
We
a lot,
learned so
changing
much though
stuff.
doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we were like, okay, he's trying to save money for a car. He also drives for Hustle Cabs. Like it's a movie, we could make it what we want. So Hustle Cabs, it rings nice, it sounds good. We made like a logo and like blew it up at Staples and like put magnets on it and made like a decal. And we were like, all right, yeah, Hustle
We
Cabs.
should have brought it and have it in the car.
We should have brought it, yeah. And then we just named it Hustle.
And it's award winning.
Yes.
And then what was crazy is when we won, the coolest thing was the producer that told us we were so worried about the audio. Like we were like, all right, the film's good, it's definitely good, we contend fine, but the audio is like rough
Yeah.
in some parts.
And that's 50% of it. You know, audio is
And
important.
then this guy, the producer, he's worked with like Scorsese, he's worked with some big people, he's got his own company in Miami, and he's like telling us like what he likes, and he's like, I like barely realized that the audio was messed up because I was so captivated by the film.
He was like, I was so invested into it.
And I was
then,
like, that's when we
That's-
realized
that's
like,
interesting.
it's not always about the little things. Like as
Yeah.
long as you could keep the attention and like the traction with the customer, with the viewer, you're good. And then
so many times
that's
we
what
were
people
like,
like.
oh, like, ooh, like this thing is in the background. Like someone's gonna notice that. Like there might have been like a cup or something. And I was like, and like we were really, really hard on ourselves. Like, no, we gotta redo it. And honestly, like it's a good thing. But like if it's good enough and if it flows, not a lot of people are gonna notice. But it's good that we were like hard on ourselves.
also, it
and
was a
tried not
struggle
to do
until
it.
the end. We were working until the very last
Oh yeah,
day.
we were
Nothing.
Barely-
8 p.m. to
barely
4 a.m.
sleeping.
We had to stop because the sun came up and it's
Yeah.
a nighttime thing. Like
Nothing
we
works and
a
nothing's
lot.
easy. Yeah.
No.
Like
It was
even
rough.
yeah, even with like this, like the hours it takes, like eventually, because you look at it for so long, or you see so many things, especially doing so many, that you're like, oh fuck, like we fucked up there. But some people like, might not notice because they're not as
they're not paying attention.
Behind the
They're
scenes or
focusing on the content.
And the actors that we casted were a big help because
great help. Shout out to them.
They all did it for free, and like they really like liked the vision and like appreciated us, and like they understood like, all right, these kids,
they understood
they're
the struggle.
putting in like
you know
a
what I
lot
mean?
more time than us. Like I don't care that like they're a little bit of a pain in the butt.
Crystal, Deanna, and Andrew.
And,
Shout out.
Shout out 100%.
that's
They're there
awesome.
from the beginning to the end.
They're great.
So did you put together the long format version of
Not
it
yet.
Not yet.
Not
We didn't
yet.
even release the short one yet, technically.
Yeah, the short one's not public.
because school ended, and then we got all this DJing stuff and like a bunch of more production.
It's
stuff
not
coming
public.
up.
It's not.
So
public.
I was looking for it,
Yeah,
just
it's
to
not
have
public.
something like just in case. And I was looking for it. I was like, I can't.
We're actually gonna make it public like really soon.
Yeah.
Next day or two.
Oh,
So,
nice. Look at that.
but
That's awesome.
yeah. So Jesus Walks won best overall, and then
Jesus walks.
Hustle won best overall as well. So it was a really cool experience, and I'm like, not even the fact that it won, like that has nothing to do with it. The fact that like we spent so much time doing it and we learned so much. Like now,
Incredible amount.
like I don't even care. Like I don't even. That's why I'm not worried about making it public. I don't even care if people see it. It was just like a very good learning experience.
It was for the film festival, but coincidentally, like Cenzo also used it for his final project.
Multiple final projects,
it's a great portfolio piece for us to show what we can do.
It's true.
Yeah.
And on top of that, just all the accolades of winning. So.
Yeah.
100%.
And it was like a story that like we like made and like it made it a thing. So it's just
crazy.
cool to have.
No, that's
like a
congratulations.
dream.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you.
No, that's crazy. That's awesome.
I feel like everything has been going well because like people that we've like all the actors, all the crew, they're all passionate about it. Not one person is just like, yeah, I'll help. They're all like, bro, like
Well,
let's
you
do
also
this.
you don't want the person that's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
No, I understand that.
all positive energy. No one was negative. Even when things were going bad, like they were like, nah, like it's okay. Like there was points where I was just like, we're never gonna do this, and like people, like actors would see it and they were like, no, like we're gonna do it.
Or like there was a
Like,
day
you know what I
where
mean?
we were gonna go shoot at the strip club, and the actor,
Yeah, there's a strip
the
club.
actor
scene.
Oh,
got sick and he was starting to throw up. So, I mean, it sucks because we planned the whole day, got out there, picked him up, took an hour drive to pick up the equipment, him, and like go to this place, and he's puking.
He's
we can't keep him
puking.
there. That's immoral. You can't do that to someone.
that's tough.
But like, we hustle, and then that night we probably stayed up till who knows when editing and like fixing what we gotta do and putting stuff together.
How do you film in a strip
Yeah,
club?
how did you get the? I was literally about
Okay.
to.
I went up to the bouncer and I said, "Hey,
Yeah.
can I film in your strip club?" He goes, "Let me speak to the manager." I spoke to the manager for 5 minutes, and then he said, "Sure. You have what 30 minutes inside, and you can stay out front all you want."
He said basically he was like, we explained like we're students, we want the strip club like feel like we want a strip club scene, and he was
He's
like,
just like, I got you.
he
Basically
he
what
was
he
like
said.
all right, like I'll put in the word.
Put the best girls on.
And
Was there a stripper there?
There was many strippers.
Wow.
Many strippers.
Many strips.
And he goes, the
Dude, I
only
just got
rule
this
is,
new idea for a short film.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go and go to the strip club,
Yeah.
and that's it. I just want a private strip club session.
Yeah, it's like we're students and we want to film in the strip club. Can you give us like an hour to ourselves?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
no
Give me a
problem.
booth while you're at it.
It's also we don't even bring cameras. It's like no, it's just for the experience. We're gonna do it later.
Yeah, it's all up in here. But
Got him.
yeah, no, basically he was like, you got to keep the camera low. You can't show anyone's faces because like it's just
That's
like,
okay.
you know
That's
what I mean?
fair. That's
He was
fair.
like, you can't show the girls, and I was like, all right, I don't need to show the girls. Like, and then the shot I need was just of someone's legs who's supposed to be a stripper walking out. So I just needed her like to walk
okay.
through, have the lights hit her legs, have her like walk, have people stand there like background. You just see their legs, and then she just walks out and exits. That's all I needed. So like it took us like 6 tries, and we got the shot.
And then for the rest of the 27 minutes, you're like, let's enjoy the strip club.
Yeah, no, and then we went outside, and everything else was like outside, so like it wasn't a burden to
What's
them.
even funnier is we had an actress with us who was doing it, and then her friend, they were like, they're in their 30s, right? And then when we're doing the shots outside with the other actor, they're inside in the strip club hanging out. 2 women.
Yeah.
Getting drunk at the strip club.
Might as well.
Great night.
Yeah.
It's good. It's always fun, the production. There's always fun things going on.
Yeah.
If you're that close to the strip club, might as well enjoy it a little bit. I agree with that.
It was fun.
That's Danny's motto.
Yeah.
Every strip club we pass, gotta go in for a drink.
It's like I've never been. Still. I mean, I guess I have,
Oh, you've been.
but like,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it was fun.
How I thought, I used to think that you spray painted your hair.
Oh, I dyed my hair gray. I knew this was gonna come up in conversation.
That must be the biggest question you get.
All the time. I'd say at least once a day now.
Once a day?
Yeah.
Just like, hey.
Yeah, like, oh, you dye that?
I've been thinking about it the whole entire time.
So
Thanks,
what
bro.
was it? Just a birth thing? You had gray hair, or just one day you woke up like Spider-Man and had spider powers, except your hair was just gray?
A lot of people ask like if I dye it, and I'm just like, how would I do that? Like, don't they just like have to like put like a bald cap on you, and like pull each hair out, and then like paint it?
I think that's just frosted tips. I don't know
how they do it. My
don't
mom's
know.
hairstylist. I should know, but
Well, she should know at least.
she
I
should
don't know
know.
if
Yeah,
he's
I'll ask her when I go home, I guess.
So what? Just
No, like my dad got gray hair when he was like 20, like in his 20s, but like spotty and only on the sides. When I was like 10 years old, like I started to like see like little bits of gray like on my sideburns, and I was like, all right, like whatever, like it's okay. But I had long hair at the time, so like you didn't really see it. And then I wound up cutting my hair in like the 7th grade, and then I started to realize like, oh, like the side of my head is all gray.
this is great.
Like
now.
it's like spreading out. It's like spreading out. And then by the time I got to freshman year of high school, like the gray has like now been it's all over the place.
Silver,
But it was
silver fox, silver baby fox,
silver fox, gray goose. There's so many names.
gray
people
goose. Gray goose is pretty good.
Yeah.
Silver fox, you got some.
So once
got
it's
some
so once
miles
on the
left.
top, that's when you're like, all right, we're gonna have to work with this.
Yeah, I
we're
was
gonna
like,
have
you know
to
what,
do
like
this.
what is going on? And at first, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, this is weird. Like people are gonna
It's a little
think
weird.
I'm weird, and I was like,
That's-
all right, we'll see. Then freshman year of high school, like people were like, oh, your hair's gray, and I was like, yeah, and I was like learning how to like deal with the question, and it just kind of like grew on me.
It's
I was like, you know what, like,
definitely a talking
whatever.
point. But like, are your pits gray? Is your gray?
Oh, I mean, all over. My leg hair? No, I'm just
Gray?
kidding. No, imagine.
It's just
No.
the top.
Just the top.
Curtain doesn't match the drapes.
Nope, not at
Oh.
all.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
That's so funny.
They got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad it's
Well,
not
it'd be cool.
spotty,
Yeah,
you know?
I mean,
At least I don't
that
look
would
like a
be better for you.
Dalmatian.
Would have
Potentially.
made your balls look like sophisticated, you know? With gray
I
hairs.
got wisdom.
Yeah, like a little Gandalf beard on your
Yeah.
balls. I almost died at my barber today. He was, not only was he a ballet dancer today, but he was just cutting my hair and then just taking breaks, just dancing. I
She's
was like,
Dominican?
no, it was a Russian barber.
Oh.
I was really
Where'd you go?
I
Where'd
was
you go?
really confused. On the,
Russell's VIP?
No, Eddie's.
Oh,
Eddie's on Metro.
Russell.
I shout them out because he wanted me to shout them out today. And then,
Well, that's a bad. I think it's a bad day to shout out. A bad haircut.
really?
I'm just kidding.
I like this
I'm
haircut.
kidding.
And then no, but that's not the crazy part. Besides the dancing,
He's like, really?
he had his razor in his hand. I have no facial hair, but he does like the under the sideburns and underneath the where he cuts.
Yeah.
And he was using his razor, and he was here. And then this guy who just finished his haircut came up to him and went, "Thanks, Eddie," and smacked him while he had the razor in his hand. And
Yeah.
then they kind of just both looked at each other.
Like,
And
bro.
then, and then I looked at him through the mirror, and I was like, "This guy just tried to fucking kill me." Like I was like,
Imagine.
if this guy wanted to kill me, he could have just.
It was one of the old-fashioned ones?
Yeah, it's
Yo,
one
that
where
thing
you
does
put-
damage.
yeah.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
what if you fucking kill? I was terrified.
Those things are scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the old school like mob hit movies when they're doing those.
Yeah.
That's all he had to do.
Or there's that movie. There's that like the guy who kills people.
which one?
What the fuck is that
let me
movie
think.
called?
The fuck you talking about?
It's a barber.
Taken.
It's a barber, and he like kills people, and then
Oh, what?
fucking what the
Yeah, I don't watch
fuck
movies.
is
I
that
gotta
movie?
do-
I don't know.
Killer Barber.
No, Sweeney Todd. There it is. It's the one with
Sweeney.
fucking.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, I was just thinking
No,
of Scissorhands.
no. It's not. It's different. Sweeney Todd kills people in his barbershop and then
Eats 'em.
And then throws him down this dumpster and then sells. It's like a barbershop on top and like
Burger
a
place,
burger
I'm
place,
sure.
or like a fucking cafe or some shit.
I gotta watch
And
this
he sells their like I don't know. Like what a weird I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of money in selling human bones.
Yeah.
Not that I know anything about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Is there human bones?
Why?
So I don't
Was
do
Jeffrey
it. I'd
Dahmer
be
onto
producing
something?
bigger movies if I did do that. But
Wait, why is there a lot of money selling bones?
where are you gonna get them from?
I don't think that's how that works.
Get it from him, I think. That was a whole shot. I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think that's how that works at all.
It's rare.
Doesn't mean it's
No,
worth
like,
anything.
It's not rare. It's 8 billion. This is even more in the ground.
My fucking shitty junk night pants are rare, but they're not worth anything. They're in a
I don't know, put 'em
forest
on
on the
eBay.
side of the road.
Oh my god.
Auction them off.
You just throw them?
No. I'm just kidding.
You guys will get to the level one day where like you should keep those pants, and this podcast will be like huge, and you'll put them on eBay.
I don't want to keep those pants.
You don't want to keep them. Put
Nobody
them in a
wants,
Ziploc.
nobody wants to
I don't
keep
think
those pants.
if whoever buys those pants,
Has to have
we would have to go to their house and probably kill
and
them.
hand deliver it.
Yeah.
Like why?
Yeah.
Why do you want
Please
these?
explain.
Please explain.
It's like, oh, I need
Where
this.
are you putting
I
these?
need this for my collection. And then I'd be worried.
He's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, probably.
He wants
I'd
your
be
bones.
afraid.
Well, I mean, that is funny though. The props on like big shows. Like I was watching this interview with Kit Harington of Game of Thrones, and they just have like entire lots
Of shitty pants?
Just like no of like of props, like
Oh my
just
God,
like
yeah, I
dead
watched-
body props and just like swords and things. And like, what do you do with it? I guess you just auction it off or try to reuse it in another like
Scene.
scene. Or I mean, once the show's over, I don't even know.
What about the factories?
Because
that-
people will buy it. Like people
Oh,
would
people-
go crazy
oh,
for
absolutely.
that
Yeah,
shit.
VFX in
Thrones
that show, like I watched behind the scenes clips, absolutely like amazing.
Oh no, the cinematography
Yeah,
in that
it's
show is
amazing.
absolutely
Yeah,
beautiful.
absolutely.
No matter how it ended, but
I don't even
I
know. I
didn't
don't
watch
watch,
it.
but I just know the cinematography.
It was
is
bad.
some
Yeah,
people are
it's
upset. I'll just say this.
I saw a few celeb. Oh, Aaron Rodgers was talking about it. No, on Twitter, he was like, "Listen, they got to redo it."
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
are upset. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they had great acting and beautiful shots. But
Yeah.
other
Very
than that,
creative.
writing's important too.
The writing was what made it. That was half of the story.
Yeah, and
like
then-
filming it was easy because of the writing.
I was in charge of extras.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Dear God,
That's
yeah,
true.
there's
They had
so
a lot
much-
of people on set
so
all the
much
time.
going on.
That's true. Jeez Louise.
But yeah,
I would love to work on something like that one day.
Oh, absolutely. biggest show at the time. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You never really watched like TV when you were younger because you were doing all like the commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
Acting.
Yeah, so
probably
that was
why.
that was
What
that
you?
was also a big
What do you mean
reason.
commercial? You like kid actor kind of thing, or you made commercials?
No, yeah, I was like a kid actor.
Really?
Yeah, so yeah, just like one day, just like, oh, like let's try to get you like to be on TV, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm down, like let's do that, and I wound up getting like an agent, and then they're sending me on like auditions, and I probably did like 200 auditions and didn't get anything, and I was
Wow.
like, this sucks, like wow, I had like the Justin Bieber like bowl cut, like that was like
Nice.
the thing for like all like Zach and Cody, like like that was
Yeah.
like we were like.
I had it too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everyone had that style. So, yeah. But then I wound up getting my first commercial was a Girl Tech. Like the, I don't know if Anna's had one, but like like the little Girl Tech journal, like like you write the girls like write
Oh
stuff
my
in
God,
it, and then
yeah.
like it like disappears, and like the
Yeah.
brother comes in and looks at it, and like
You're the
I
brother?
was the brother. So that was the first commercial I've done, and it was like such a surreal experience because like I was so young. I walked into this house in New Jersey. They have all these like lights, all these like the whole house is like cardboarded up because they're renting it. Like the people lived in this house, and they're just like, so it's really cool. And I literally had the easiest job. All I had to do was open a door, walk in, and be like,
Where's my sister's
"Where's
journal?
my sister's journal?"
Start breaking shit. Yeah. Like no, relax. Sorry, I was really in the moment.
Yeah, no, that's literally what it was. But like all they wanted me to do was make a face. Like I didn't have to do anything else. Like, I just walked in, made a face, and leave. And I was like, I like acting.
Yeah, great.
Let's do it.
It's
And then-
easy.
I wound up doing
we
like a
probably
lot.
all saw the commercial and didn't even realize.
Definitely. Like I was on Chuck E. Cheese commercials. I did in total like
That's crazy.
somewhere like around like 80 commercials.
You've done
Holy
80 commercials.
fucking shit! Really?
Oh, damn.
Wow.
I know one person that did one commercial and he was a baby eating a cake and got paid $700 for it.
Yeah.
Fucking Brian.
I was never in the union though, so like the union is where like they pay you like each time it airs. So like I never really made like crazy money, but like for a kid, like I was able to like
Dude,
at least have like
it doesn't.
yeah,
You're
you know
a
what
kid.
I mean?
Who cares how much money you made? You were in 80 fucking commercials.
Yeah, most kids go and play
that's cool.
basketball.
I got the chance to go to Catholic high school. I wouldn't have went to prep like if I didn't have like the money. Like I literally used some of it to go,
That
go
is
to high school.
that is actually crazy.
That's ridiculous.
That is
The
nuts.
Chuck E. Cheese commercials, man. Chuck
Yeah,
E. Cheese
so-
was the shit.
Danny loves Chuck.
I
E. Cheese.
used to.
He can't be 200 feet of the place anymore, but he loves Chuck
I
E.
used
Cheese.
to love. I used to.
Yeah,
love
they hook
Chuck
it
E.
up there.
Cheese. And then I realized
It's
that
the mascot.
the mascot has a fucking rat.
Fucking
They
rat.
recently changed it.
What is a mouse now?
It's like how he used to be like a fatter mouse. Now he's a skinnier mouse.
Yeah, and he looks more like a freaking rat.
Now he
Now. I don't
looks
trust
more
that mouse.
scary.
Yeah, I
Now he's
don't.
more scary.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Did you see that they were accused of mix matching pizzas?
Yeah.
I think we got a good amount of time. I think we're good.
Huh? Cool.
You want to? We could
2 hours.
We could end.
That was 2 hours.
No, it's.
No, it's
We can tell
actually
you a
1 hour,
story
7
if you
minutes.
want.
Oh,
I got a good story.
Oh, you got a good story?
Basically how me and Cenzo met. So like
Oh,
everyone
Destino.
sees me and Cenzo and they think we've been friends since we're
whole
5
life.
years old. I know Cenzo for what, 3 years now?
Yep.
That's it. We met after high school.
That's actually for
We were
all
both-
the things you guys do together.
We're
Only
both
3 years.
Yeah.
going through like our own things, like figuring out who we are. Like I kind of moved away from my group of friends because like just what happened. Like I was like different. Like I matured. Like some people didn't, and like we were both like in a weird spot. But we had a mutual friend through a relationship that like Cenzo thought he should never have. You know, people might get mad that we're saying this, but no, I don't really don't care. So
because it's
it's
life.
real.
Like,
It's life.
real
You,
life.
Spill
you
the
have a
tea.
you have a
Spill the
first
tea, yeah, let's
girlfriend.
go, yeah.
Your first girlfriend. Odds are you're not gonna marry her. So whatever. You're young. So Cenzo dated this girl and like
you were the one dating.
eventually
Yeah.
got out of the relationship because he wasn't happy. You're a young kid. You're not
Yeah.
gonna stay like married to your first girlfriend. Like, it's not gonna happen. And then so now Cenzo starts hanging out with this kid who was hanging out with this kid who's friends with the girl, cousins with the girl.
Yeah.
And so Cenzo became close with him, and that was my best friend at the time.
Oh, look at that.
Now we started hanging out, and we hung out one time. We went to paintball together.
That was our mutual
And then,
thing. We
like-
liked paintball.
Yeah, we
so
all played paintball.
We were
So
big paintball
I
guys.
came, and then me and Cenzo just hit it off. We started being friends, and we started hanging out, talking to each other like on the side,
yeah, like
like not with my friend. And then
it's like we're cheating on each other.
yeah. It's like
He's your side piece.
don't tell your other friends.
eventually
has
the
to
friend
know.
group, like then like me and the kid who had a mutual friend with, we kind of just like went separate ways. He went to college somewhere else. We went and did our own thing.
Yeah, because I broke up with
It
like
just,
his
like-
cousin.
yeah,
like,
so
whatever.
just went on, did our own life, and then me and Cenzo hit it off, and then now we're hanging out for like a year.
You guys kissed only a little bit.
Just only a little bit, and then, but like it was weird. Like we were like such good friends, and like
It actually
it like
blew my
felt
mind.
like he was like my brother. Like when I first met him, like I didn't have to like worry about anything. Like I could trust him.
We're gonna sentiment.
And then
I'm gonna cry.
And then we go to Florida to go visit my family and his family. So we were going to Fort Lauderdale first for like a few days, and then we're gonna go to Tampa and hang out with his family.
Yeah.
So we go down there, and we're talking to my uncle, and he's introduced himself to my uncle. We're just talking.
And I'm like,
da-da-da.
hi, my
Oh,
name's Vincenzo
now
Sinertia.
you guys met the
And he
family.
says Sinertia, and my uncle goes, wait, what'd you say your last name was?
I was like, my last name's Sinertia, and he was like, wait, what? And
Now
then-
it turns out that his dad, like 20 years ago, maybe more than that, worked for my grandfather, owned a business here, and was really tight with my uncle and knew my uncle.
Yeah.
And then like it was like our lives, like it was like crazy, like
Small world.
Why? Like,
he was
why
like,
did that happen?
my dad was like, Mario's Uncle Sal used to like hit on my mom, like,
Oh,
but like it was
Jesus.
funny, because like,
Oh,
like
Yeah, well, because my uncle was
he was younger,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
14,
he could get
hitting
away
on,
with it.
like,
Like, he was
like
like,
a
oh,
20-year-old.
like, you know,
Yeah.
my dad was older, but it was just funny. Like, what are the odds?
But
Like,
yeah, like how does that happen? Like,
Yeah, like, what are the
that's,
odds?
That's crazy.
and then we've been friends for a while already, and we didn't even know. And like my dad didn't even know. Like, oh, you're Pete. Like you're my old boss. Like you don't remember me. So it was like a surreal experience. And
Yeah, it was crazy.
and then like there's just times like where it's like I'll like a situation will happen and I'll be like, oh, blah blah blah, and like he was already about like to say it.
we like predict things.
we
or, like,
predict
do
things.
things
It's, like,
automatically.
weird.
You guys are so cute.
And,
You guys are really
So like then we started like getting this like weird experiences, like things like times where like, all right, this should not have happened. Like this is like logically possible. Like why did it happen? And it's always like there's like something like a deja vu, and then something happens for both of us, and then we kind of like, oh, it's like
Tell
this
one
destiny
of those
thing.
stories.
I really don't even like.
I
what's
can't
the
think
name
of
a recent one.
like you guys little twins. Like you feel some pain and then you feel some pain.
Yeah.
No, but like honestly, like weird. Like
Yeah, like really weird.
And like it's cool to find because you know it's like now you got a friend like that. It's different.
Yeah.
And like now I'm like ready. Like I went like I had no friends. Legit lost all my friends. I was in my bag. I was like I got no one. Now I can't trust nobody. I'm just gonna go to college, do me work, whatever. And like
Then some
I was
gray
very shy,
haired.
and then like we both like this weird gray headed kid. It's like MC. He's like you should come DJ and come play paintball with me. And there you go. Now we're best friends.
yeah.
And then always had like so we were always like this destiny. Like everything we do is destiny. Like make sure like if we're doing things and these things keep happening, that means we're on the right path.
Like
That's
we
what's
run into this
happening.
person, it's for a reason.
And then that's why now
No.
the production company that we're starting, so like Hustle is produced by Destino Productions, which is Destiny in Italian. It's because all this like crazy stuff happens.
Yeah.
Like just weird things. Like,
Weird coincidences.
I don't know why I can't remember one
Like-
in my head, but like
So wait, how old are you guys?
I'm 20.
So it's like so what stage of college are you in right now?
I'm just ended my sophomore.
Okay.
I'm 22,
Yeah.
but I'm a year older than him, so I'll be 21 this year. And I mean, I'm supposed to be a junior, but like I took a semester off and I transferred schools, so
Yeah.
I'm not really a junior. But I'm just like winging that, to be honest. Whenever I
So
finish, I
so
finish.
yeah, so is that the plan for after to kind of?
Well, yeah, he goes to school for film specifically, and I went to his
Film
old
and TV
school.
production.
So like I kind of have like I'm known in the school. I know people. Like I have connections. So I could go there and like even though I'm not a student anymore, I can get in. I could talk to people, and I know like a lot of professors. And then I took a semester
Sits
off
in on classes.
because school was too much money. Like I was like, why am I spending this much money on school for business? It's not even that great of a business school. So I took a semester off, worked hard, saved my money, paid some of my loans off, and then now I'm at Baruch doing finance technically, but I'm going to switch into entrepreneurship because
It's funny that he
I don't-
went to Baruch.
Oh, yeah, I graduated.
I don't wanna
and
do
I went to
an office
NYIT
job.
actually.
Really?
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh,
see,
see,
like
this
this
is
is what I
this
mean.
is-
Like this is
All right, well, that's
Dude,
upsetting now.
this
Yeah,
is-
now.
like
See,
why?
I thought it was
It's-
bullshit
it's
for a
not.
second.
No,
That's
It's
real.
not.
Like it
It's-
literally happens all the
it's
time.
weird.
I'm glad it happened like live.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
that's
That's what I mean. Like it's
Oh my
so weird.
God.
Like
And
why?
we're on the same side
why
of the
did we-
table.
I
too.
didn't like. I didn't like
Yeah,
that. I
you
didn't
Yeah,
like-
see,
bro,
bro,
you see
I'm
what I
telling
mean?
you.
I didn't
It's
like that one.
crazy.
That one.
Yeah, like I'm sitting next to NYT and you're sitting next to Baruch over there.
I think we have the better side, but it's alright.
Yeah. School wise, at least.
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. No, but yes, but
No, I mean
seriously-
all around.
Looks, yeah, everything.
Yeah.
I don't got gray hair.
Look at this.
Yeah, I gotta die. I should get a just for men sponsor me.
But that was good. I think we could end it there. So I'm
Yeah.
Sean.
I think we can too.
You think so? So show where do they find you?
You can find me at Danny Moriarty on YouTube. I'll plug Instagram too. DMore723 on Instagram.
Where do they find you, Cenzo?
There
Yep,
somewhere.
you guys can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Cenzo Synergia, and follow our production company at Destino Productions.
Destino Productions. Where do they find you, Mario?
And me, my DJ account is dj.marioi on Instagram, and my personal is Mario_Ingargiola_.
We'll have
on
all those.
Instagram.
Yes.
All those will pop up for
Yeah,
you guys. on the
definitely
screen.
pop them up because you're not gonna be able to spell my last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look for it. And you can find me at Ant Prisco, and can't forget to follow Picky Boys Podcast.
Yes.
Also on
Smash
Instagram.
that
Give it a
like
follow.
button.
Follow,
Smash the like
subscribe,
button. Share it.
share it.
Comment what you think your destiny is.
Yeah, what's your
comment
destiny?
What's your destiny? All right, guys.
Share with your aunts and uncles.
Oh my god.
Always.
Thank you. That was fun. Don't shit yourself.
Don't-
share yourself.
Don't. If anything, you learned that.